Could your retirement fund be the next victim to the COVID-19 disease? Welcome to the Pursuit of Moneyness. I'm your host, Marnus Molstep, and in today's episode we will be discussing everything Corona and the effect it has on your investments and what you should be doing in a time like this. All this and more up next. Amongst the market being in turmoil, a rating agency Moody's went and downgraded South Africa to junk status. Talk about kicking a dog while it's down. Moody's expressed their ongoing concern regarding South Africa's debt to GDP ratio. In layman's terms, this means the confidence they had in South Africa to repay their debt is now officially gone. Government is now left with two options, seeing that they will be paying more for debt in future. They're left with either cutting their spending, which we all know is not going to happen, or alternatively, increase interest rates and inflation rates. Bet the house that's most probably going to happen. Moving on to the coronavirus, we are currently in a 21-day lockdown in South Africa. Now this, in my opinion, is very likely to increase, if not double, due to the fact that certain people just don't listen to the regulations and rules set out by the government. But over and above that, I looked at the numbers provided by the World Health Organization, and the exponential increase of confirmed COVID-19 cases is worrisome to say the least. The first 100,000 confirmed cases took 67 days starting 1 January. The next 100,000 took 12 days. The third 100,000 took 4 days, and now the real concern, the fourth and the fifth 100,000 each took a mere 2 days. Hence, I believe we will be experiencing an extended period of this lockdown. The effects on the markets have been rather astonishing. Both the South African market and United States market is down by more than 20% of its value since the first recorded death. Now, we as investors should be very cautious in the decisions we make right now. Psychologically, it makes sense to move away from something losing money into some sort of a safe haven in the form of cash. But one thing I can guarantee you is, yes, you will miss all this negative returns currently happening in the market. But another thing I guarantee you is you'll also be missing out on all the upside and the recovery. So let's look at a very practical example of this. As you can see from the graph provided by Prudential Asset Management, if you were invested from the year 2000 up until the end of 2018 and you missed the 10 best days the market delivered, you would have 43% less return. Nearly half your return wiped out by only missing 10 days out of roughly 6,935. Something more ironic than that is that 9 out of the 10 best days happened during the global financial crisis, meaning in the recovery period, even hiding in cash throughout the entire term, meaning you missed all the downturn throughout the global financial crisis and various other events. You would still have wiped out 33% of your return. I'm going to say that again. A third of your return would have been wiped out due to the fact that you were invested in cash and hiding away from the market. When will this end, you ask? When can I see my investment increase instead of decreasing? When will the recovery come? Similar to the global financial crisis, we just don't know. Nobody knows. But one thing I do know is that there's only really 2 days with investments that's very important. The day you buy and the day you sell. Everything in between should be ignored for the best part. Because who knows, your best 9 or 10 days in your investment horizon could be right now. It could be in and amongst this crisis. Are you going to participate in that, or are you going to be missing out? For those of you heavily invested in cash, it is now the opportunity to climb into the market and buy proper companies at a heavily discounted rate. If you are unsure of the amount of cash you hold, either speak to your financial advisor or go onto any investment statement. Search for a column called asset allocation and you'll find the number there. Please always remember that this channel is not designed to provide financial advice. Although I am licensed to do so, this channel is specifically designed to be more of a guidance tool for investors. Providing financial advice should be tailored to your own unique needs. So before you make any rash decisions, I highly advise you to speak to a financial professional. In my next topic, I will discuss why it's not the end of the world if the market is down, and why a proper asset allocation will be the biggest driver to your long-term investment performance. But in a time like this, we all really need to be there for one another. We all suffer the same pain and frustration and battle the same psychological warfare. Without proper guidance, it might lead us into making less healthy financial decisions. Help your friends, family and colleagues by sending them this video, and please remember to subscribe to the link below. For those of you who have given me feedback, I'm humbled and forever grateful. Thank you so much. You guys are the motivation behind this channel.